go.
All right, so it's not in picture mode this time? All right, great. Well, I'm Andy from Santa Barbara Wargaming, aka Rev Random, and I'm here with the Lock and Load Masters champion,
Will Pagani from Houston, Texas.
And you're here with an entire group of guys, aren't you?
Yeah.
You guys roll up as a gang, pretty much.
With the Texas Renegades.
Yeah, you pretty much own Lock and Load.
We got a Texas Renegade shirt right here.
Yeah, can we get a shot of your shirt?
Let's get, what's
up, guys?
Texas Renegades.
Yeah, this is, we're going to have to do something like this too. I feel horribly underdressed without like a team uniform or something like that. But it was great, and I gotta say, I'm sure everybody had a similar Lock and Load experience, but we'll get to your kilts in a second. Hang on.
Oh, God.
But I mean, one of the greatest things I thought about Lock and Load was just meeting all the really cool people. I mean, I had the honor of playing him for round 2 in hardcore on Saturday, and I got smoked badly, but it was a really enjoyable game, and I learned a lot. I mean, how often can you say you get smashed and you really enjoy it? It was great. So, I mean, what was your most what was your favorite memory of Lock and Load besides winning the Masters? Which I'm sure was like the high point.
That's going to be the high point. But actually, the game of Federico here was really, really good.
Well, hey, Federico, come here and join us.
That was a great game.
All right.
I played Morvana against Xerxes. Did a very, very tough attrition game. Almost went to time. Won it on a dice roll on a free strike. It was really close.
That's awesome. Well, here,
really close.
Little bit of background here. I mean, a lot of us. We came up from Santa Barbara. They're from Texas. We got Federico here, all the way from Italy. I mean, how awesome is that?
He got an ovation at the awards.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing.
Hey, I think everybody loves you here. I mean, you met everybody. Everybody knew you, so like they called out your name. Everyone's like, Federico! Yeah, sure. And so I think you're like the celebrity of Lock and Load too. This is great. So this just sums up. I mean, the awesome people that you meet at Lock and Load. This is amazing. So if any of you guys get a chance to come to Lock and Load, I'm sure any of the.
Ask us a fucking question.
Well, okay. Well, let me.
How did you win?
Okay, I'll turn it over to the technical team here to come in.
Just
a
speak to the
double
community.
placement of a Gnarlhorn Satyr through 2 units of Shifting Stones with a Warpath trigger off of killing Gorman into his caster for a Gorax Animus Wild Aggression caster kill.
Can you do some ABCDs?
No, well, you're giving away all your secrets. Be careful.
Done. Everybody's going to know it now. So.
Did you engineer that yourself, or was it like a community thing, like your group?
My entire group helped me play test, so I'm going to give them credit too.
He beat us a lot.
No, I mean, like, did you, through the game dynamics, you just came up with this niche, and no one's probably ever seen it before. I don't think it's ever been like that.
I certainly hadn't seen it before.
I call it the puddle jumper. You literally a puddle.
I'll take that name.
I think that's
Puddle
awesome.
Jumper from now on.
What turn was it that you actually got your
It was my
assassination
turn
on?
2. He had already taken his second turn. I went second that game. He had walked up probably about 10 inches outside of his deployment.
So it was the bottom of the second round?
Bottom of second.
So that was quick.
I mean, you're up like 32 inches. I mean,
No, I was amazed at how fast you got your models
It's
up the field.
about a 24-inch threat range.
Yeah,
give or take.
I thought Legion was supposed to be fast, but I mean, it was mind blowing how fast it went up the field, and he had to explain to me a couple times before I could begin to wrap my head around. It's like, how did this just happen?
okay, so quick question. How would you counter it now that you do it?
If you counter it, the best way to counter it is to put a large amount of infantry around your caster, or beefier things. Because
So-
you can stop that stops the Gnarlhorn, but you have to stop the reach from the Stalker as well.
So what would you do if you didn't have this trick? Like weapons if you came against an opponent who would...
Kill a Shifting Stone. You kill a Shifting Stone also really, really works. Because that obviously stops
do you have a plan B?
Plan B is to use Warpath and sprint with the Stalkers to come in and out and just slowly pick apart an army.
So, but no one ever caught on. I mean,
Well, it's a very difficult tactic to stop.
So wait a second though. I mean, okay, so you had the Masters. You had the 3 different lists and 4 once you got into the final. So were you using that same tactic with every list with every caster, or was that only like one specific list that you had?
I used it with Chromac and Mosar.
Okay.
It was not in the Morvana list or the Baldur system.
Okay.
so those were just straight strategy, or
Baldur is based on throwing a very large amount of high armor at your opponent, and Morvana is recurring infantry with rebirth to just make attrition in it.
so how long have you been playing the hobby?
Oh, hang on, you might have to repeat that.
Oh yeah, hold on, we got a truck.
We have a 7 truck going by.
Been playing since it came out. So.
You're awesome.
You were saying 70 years of doing the tournament scene too, right? Wow.
Yeah.
This is not your first.
Not
Rodeo.
his first rodeo.
Not your first rodeo.
It's only my second Masters ever. In Mark 1, I was a really big hardcore player. Never really got into Masters because I didn't really like Steamroller in Mark 1. But in Mark 2, I highly prefer Steamroller.
Now, we were chit-chatting a little bit after our game about the differences between Hardcore and Mark 1 and Mark 2, and I don't remember, unfortunately. What were they again?
Well, in Mark 1, there were no tiebreakers. If the game went to time, both players lost, which I thought was awesome because it forced people to play very aggressively, which I was telling you, in my first game of Hardcore in this event, I played against a person that had a interesting tactic, to put it nicely.
You could just enunciate it so we know what you're actually talking about.
Well,
He
he said it wasn't his
he
favorite
sat in the
game.
forest the entire game and never actually came out of the forest until about an hour into the match. And hardcore rounds are an hour and 7 minutes, so I had about 10 minutes of actually playing.
Page 5, people.
Yeah.
Really
Yeah, I mean, that's one thing I liked about Hardcore is this year, at least what I ran into or I saw on the boards, it wasn't literally like cheese list after cheese list.
No, there were a lot of people playing a lot of different lists this year.
And it was good. It was fun, and I think that's what Hardcore should be about. A little competitive, but also fun.
Well, one other question, too. You said, if I recall correctly, in Mark 1, there was no kill box scenario?
There's no kill box scenario. There's
you-
no scenario at all.
Okay, do you like the kill box scenario in Mark 2, or do you think that adds an extra challenge, or is it a pain in the ass?
It's okay. I don't like it because it adds in the tiebreaker scenario parts. But if you go to Death Block, which is what Hacksaw is trying to change Hardcore to, which is apparently being successful in.
So what's
that
Death
also
Block?
removes
Just a
the,
quick.
The tiebreakers. Death Clock is a chess clock format where each person has a set amount of time on their clock. There's no round timer. So just when one of the two clocks runs out, that person loses, which once again takes out the tiebreaker.
How's that spelled?
Probably like the cartoon.
D-E.
Oh, I thought he said Death Block.
No, Death Clock.
Death Clock.
It's yeah.
Sorry, guys.
If you haven't gotten a chance to both chess clocks, by the way, they're awesome. I highly suggest it for all tournament play that you do.
Sold.
It takes
Yeah,
out
we'll try to
so
get that.
much.
So, how about switching gears? What was your favorite army to play against, or like, was it a particular opponent's favorite army, or what was your favorite one to square off against this weekend?
I don't know, you and I had a really good game. That was awesome.
Yeah!
The Master Champions are.
No.
Oh, that makes my weekend.
No.
That's great. Thank you.
Awesome.
We should sign off here, and then
Can we
end on
get everybody into a sign-off?
Yeah, you guys want to come and say, kind of
That wasn't awesome.
I mean, it's pure black.
get in there, Texas Renegades.
Everyone.
Yeah, okay, Santa Barbara, wait. You like to win? Come on in.
We got Italy,
Yeah, we got
California,
California, Texas.
Minneapolis.
Oh, hey, I'm from Minnesota originally. Oh, no shit. That's awesome. Oh, man. Texas. Signing out on 3. 1, 2, 3. Santa Barbara Wargaming signing out.